All right, joining us now is the Republican congressman from New York. Come on in, Congressman Mike Lawler. He is also a member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee. Congressman, nice to see you and talk to you as always. You're a member of the Foreign Affairs Committee. You've seen the news today. You just heard Tracy there, former FBI, former CIA. You've seen these headlines. I wonder, as a member of the Foreign Affairs Committee, what goes through your mind and what you make of it?
Look, we are in the most precarious place since World War II. And I think we have to recognize the threats. We have to recognize the threats that are being posed by our enemies. China, Russia, and Iran are engaged in an unholy alliance that seeks to undermine and destabilize the free world. We have threats in the Middle East. We have threats in Europe. We have threats in the Indo-Pacific. And here in America, and especially with our porous southern border and the lack of control by this administration, we've seen a number of people on the terror watch list cross, and we have to be cognizant of what is going on around us. This is not a time for games. This is not a time for a weak posture. Peace through strength, and it occurs when America is supporting its allies. It occurs when America is taking on the threats that are emanating around the globe.
Yeah, I didn't mean to jump in on you, but when you said the most precarious time since World War II, that's exactly what Jamie Dimon, the head of J.P. Morgan Chase, said in his shareholder letter yesterday. Congressman, I heard you just mention China, Russia, Iran, the southern border, as you see it from your perch on the Foreign Affairs Committee. What is sort of the biggest worry for you as you survey the global landscape right now?
Well, the world is a tinderbox. I mean, you see, obviously, the situation in Ukraine. You see the situation in Israel, the terrorist attack by Hamas, which is funded by Iran. 93% of their budget is funded by Iran. Iran gets those funds from the illicit oil trade. China is the biggest purchaser of Iranian petroleum. And so the United States, we are the leader of the free world. We need to act like it, and we need to bring together our allies, support them, in this time of need, especially getting lethal aid. It's why I introduced Defending Borders, Defending Democracies, along with Brian Fitzpatrick and Jared Golden, a Republican and a Democrat, to get aid to our allies and to secure our border. We need to act.
Congressman, I want to draw your attention to a story I was reading in Newsweek. And here was the first line. It said, quote, "A family of 4 migrants in New York City, to your backyard now, receives more monthly funding than a family of 4 that includes a military veteran who receives disability compensation." You took to X to rail about this. In your view, what needs to change?
Look, New York State is in serious trouble. We have an incompetent governor who is talking about cutting state school aid so that she can fund illegal immigrants in New York City. She has given more in benefits to illegal immigrants than she does to veterans. It's disgusting, it's shameful, and it has to stop. And you add into that the disastrous criminal justice policies in New York that resulted in the death of a law enforcement officer, Detective Jonathan Diller, just 2 weeks ago. Something has to give here, and it starts with overhauling New York's laws and budget process, and it starts with holding its elected representatives accountable. Kathy Hochul is a disgrace as governor. She has failed miserably to deal with these issues, whether it be the border crisis that has resulted in over 100,000 migrants coming to New York, as well as the rapid rise in violent crime.
I hear you talk about Kathy Hochul, the governor. You just called her a disaster. You described her as incompetent. You, Congressman, are in one of those swing districts that are going to be watched coming up here in November. I'm sitting next to Nan Hayworth, same district as yours, so you two know all about this. Donald Trump, you're going to be asked a lot about him. He basically just said yesterday, leave abortion up to the states. In New York, that's the Democratic governor, Kathy Hochul, who you just called incompetent. New York is run by Democrats. Was that a mistake for Donald Trump to essentially say, you know what, states like New York that are democratically run, it's up to you?
No, look, the Dobbs decision returned it to the states, which is frankly something that Republicans argued for years. I've been very clear on my position. I'm personally pro-life. I do support exceptions for rape, incest, and the life and health of the mother. But I do not support a federal ban on abortion and will never vote for one. These decisions are best left to the voters in each state. And you're seeing that. In the state of New York, the law is settled. It is on the books, and it's not changing. And so, I think the former president's position is right. It is up to the states. It is not up to the federal government. And I will not support a federal ban.
Thank you for watching. And make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.